Hello students. So today we will start our physics. So all of you please open page number 19. So today we will discuss about energy. Okay. In the previous video we have already discussed about the power and work. So today we will discuss about the energy, its unit and uh, its different form. Okay. Okay, so if we see the definition of energy, so what is energy? It is the capacity to do work. Okay, the capacity to do work is known as our energy. Okay, the amount total, or in other way what we can say, okay, or you can write the other definition also. You can say the total amount of work spent, or we can say done by a body is equals to energy. Okay, so either you can write the first definition or in the second definition. Okay, so total amount of work, so total amount of work is same as that of the power. Okay, so that's why, and not power, that's why the unit of work and energy are same. Okay, as it is the, what is energy? It is the total amount of work. So unit of energy and unit of work will be same. Okay, so you can write that note that unit of work and energy are same. Okay, so what is the unit of work or energy? The unit will be our joule, Joule. It is represented by J. Okay, so some units are there, so you have to remember that in page number 19 some special units. Okay, so units of units of heat energy. Okay, so you write the definition of the calorie and kilocalorie. Okay, and what is your 1 calorie, value of 1 calorie and 1 kilocalorie. Okay, so you need to write that one from the book. Okay, so first you have to write calorie. So what is calorie? It is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. Okay, so 1 calorie means the amount of energy which will be required to such that to or to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water. Suppose we take 1 gram of water, to increase the temperature of that 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius, we will apply some amount of heat. That amount of heat is known as our calorie. Okay, so you write it from the book. Okay, next we have our kilocalorie. Okay, so kilocalorie, it is the just in the calorie we have taken 1 gram of water. Here we will take 1 kilogram of water and temperature will be same. So it is the amount of energy required to, it is the amount of, you can say, heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water. Okay, here we will take 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius. That will be our 1 kilocalorie. So you have to write this from the book. You will find in page number 19. And the relation 1 calorie equal to how much joule? 1 calorie equals to our 4.2 joule, and 1 kilocalorie is equals to our 4200 joule, like this. So you have to write that. Fine. Next we have our units of electrical energy. So we have discussed about the units of heat energy. Now in the section B we have the units of electrical energy. Okay, so generally electrical energy is measured in terms of watt hour or kilowatt hour. So kilowatt hour, this is your commercial unit. In your house you can see the meter, electric meter. Okay, so whenever we pay the bill in kilowatt hour. So generally here in our place, so 1 kilowatt hour, the unit is, that means 1 unit. 1 unit means 1 kilowatt hour. The price for 1 unit will be our 3 or 4 rupees, like that. Okay, so for that, first definition will be your watt hour, WATTHOUR. Okay, you can write it in the short capital H, small w. So what is watt hour? When a electric power of 1 watt, okay, when a electric power of 1 watt is used by a conductor for 1 hour. Suppose we are taking a conductor, okay, which conduct electricity. Suppose the power of that conductor is 1 watt, okay, and suppose that conductor is glow or used for 1 hour, then we will say the energy consumed by that conductor is our 1 watt-hour. Clear? So you write it from the book. Fine. Similarly, you have to write the 1 watt-hour equal to how many joules. Okay. So you can easily remember that 1 watt-hour. 1 watt-hour means 1 watt into 1 hour. So 1 watt can be converted into joule per second, because watt, it is the unit of power. So what was the formula power? Power was work done by time. Okay. So if we convert it 1 joule by 1 second into, if we convert hour into second, this will be about 3600 seconds. So after conversion we will get 3600 joules. So that means our 1 watt-hour equal to 3600 joule, or we can say it is our 3.6 kilojoule. Okay. So to convert it into kilo, we need to divide that quantity by 1000. Okay. So similarly, you have to write the kilowatt-hour. So kilowatt-hour is small k WH. Okay. So when a conductor who have your electric power of 1 kilowatt, okay, here the power will be 1 kilowatt, and that conductor is used for 1 hour, then the total energy consumed by that conductor will be our 1 kilowatt-hour. Okay. So you have to again write it from the book. Just write the definition. Okay. And after 1 kilowatt-hour, how much joule is there? So this will be our 3.6 megajoule. Mega means we have already discussed mega 10 to the power 6. Okay. This m is our mega. That means 10 to the power 6. Fine. So in the third section we have the units of energy for moving electron. Okay. So for moving electron, our unit is our electron volt. Electron volt, or you can say EV. E small e capital V. So what is electron volt? It is defined as the electrical work done when an electron moves through an electric field. Suppose we have one electric field. When the electric charge moves, so there is some electric work that is done on the electron. Okay. So that electric work done when an electron moves through an electric field at a potential difference of 1 volt is known as our electron volt. Okay. Again I am repeating, electron volt is defined as the electric work done when an electron moves through an electric field at a potential difference of 1 volt. Okay. When the potential difference is 1 volt, then the electric work done on an electron when it moves in an electric field is known as our electron volt. Okay. And you write it the definition, write the definition from book. Okay. You will get in page number 20, top portion. Okay. And another thing you have to write that 1 electron volt is our 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. This amount of energy is there. Okay. And you have to write one more thing, that is your differences between power and energy. Okay. So you write it from the book. Okay. So this portion will be homework. Okay. So there is one table, so you write it, you will get in page number 20. Okay. Now we have different kinds of energy. Okay. So first one is our mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, like this. Okay. So kinds of energy. First one is our mechanical energy. So if you see the book, the first one is our mechanical energy. Okay. So what is mechanical energy? The energy possessed by bodies on account of their position. Okay. So suppose some bodies, if you consider their position or their configuration, or whether they are in motion in rest, so that type of body possesses some energy, and that type of energy is known as our mechanical energy. Suppose how? Suppose water is stored in a dam. Okay, so water is stored in a dam at some particular height, and when that water is released, then it rotates the turbine, and after turbining it, when it rotates the turbine, electricity is generated. That means we have used the position of water at the greater height. So that body is the water. So it was at great height, and that water has some potential or some energy. Which energy? It has so much energy that it can rotate the blades of the turbine. So that type of energy possessed by a body on account of their position is known as our mechanical energy. Okay. Similarly, next we have our heat energy. So what is heat energy? The invisible energy which causes in us for sensation of hotness. These are some your invisible energy, okay, which we cannot see, but which feels the degree of hotness in us. Okay, that is our heat energy. Or how can you say? Suppose we are burning some wood, so we cannot see the heat, but we can feel that heat degree of hotness. Okay. So heat energy has the capacity to do work, and in case of steam engine also. Okay, and the heat energy comes free to us from the sun generally. Okay, so similarly we have our light energy. So what is light energy? The energy which causes in us the sensation of vision through which we can see. Okay, it is an energy which causes us to see the things, are known as our light energy. So if any object which is heated beyond 1500 degrees Celsius emit light energy, okay, and natural light energy comes from the, generally we know that the natural light comes from the sun. Okay, so you have to remember that 1500 degrees Celsius, when any object is heated beyond 1500 degrees Celsius, it emits light energy. Okay, so similarly we have the fourth one, that is our sound energy, then magnetic energy. Okay, magnetic energy, then we have electrical energy. So you read all this 8 type of energy. So if you find any difficulty, then you can contact me. Okay, so next what we have, the main thing is the kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy. We represent it by K dot E. Okay, so what is kinetic energy? When a body does work by virtue of its motion. Okay, suppose a body is doing certain work, but on account of its motion, when the body is in motion, it does some work, and doing that work, it needs some energy. Okay, that energy is our the kinetic energy. Okay, or we can say the energy possessed by a body on account of its motion is known as our kinetic energy. Okay, so if we write the definition, that when a body does work, okay, when a body does work by virtue of which, by virtue of its motion, state of motion, okay, is said to be kinetic energy. Okay, so example of kinetic energy. So if we see some example of kinetic energy, that is a fast moving electron. If the electron is moving, or water is running, or wind is blowing, or a speeding car, or a shooting arrow, any object which is in motion, the work that done during this motion is stored in the form of kinetic energy. Okay, and next we have the different forms of kinetic energy. Okay, so we have the main is the topic is the kinetic energy, and there are 3 types of kinetic energy. That is one is our translational kinetic energy. First is our translational kinetic energy. So what is translational kinetic energy? The motion of a body along a straight line. Okay, when the body is in motion, but that motion is along a straight line, okay, then that motion is known as translation motion, and the energy possessed by that body while moving in a straight line is known as our translational kinetic energy. Suppose you can see that translational kinetic energy is any body which possesses energy and which is moving in a straight line. Okay, so we can give one example of your train moving on a rail track, okay, or a freely falling stone. So suppose the stone is on certain height, so if it is falling, it does not fall like this, okay, it rather it falls in a straight line. So that stone will possess a translational kinetic energy. Okay. So similarly, we have our rotational kinetic energy. Okay. So when a body rotates about a fixed axis, then the motion of a body is known as rotational motion, and if the body is in rotational motion, then energy possessed by that body will be known as our rotational kinetic energy. So if we see an example, that is our spinning wheel. Okay, a spinning wheel has a rotational kinetic energy, or a moving ceiling fan. So everybody has ceiling fan at their home, so it is moving about a particular axis. So the energy possessed by that ceiling fan will be known as our rotational kinetic energy. Okay, and similarly the third form is our vibrational kinetic energy. So when a body vibrates about its mean position, vibrates means suppose it is the mean position of the body is this one. So if it will vibrate in its mean position, so that means it will move upward, downward, like this type of motion. Okay, the motion of the body is known as vibrational motion, and the kinetic energy possessed due to this motion is known as vibrational kinetic energy. So which type of your body possesses vibrational motion? Okay, so if we see the musical instruments, the sound produced, it produces a vibrational energy. Okay, such as your guitar or sitar, anything which produces sound, that instruments possess vibrational kinetic energy. Okay, so now we need the mathematical expression for kinetic energy. So if you see the mathematical form of kinetic energy, just you have to remember what is kinetic energy. It is the product of half into mass into velocity square. So this is a very simple formula of kinetic energy, where you can see the m is our mass and v is our velocity of the body. So kinetic energy equals to half mass into velocity square. Okay, and there is one relation between our kinetic energy and momentum. Okay, relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So momentum is represented by small p. Okay, not capital P, small p. So what is momentum? Generally momentum is our mass into velocity. So if you see the derivation in the book in page number 21, you will easily say get that P equal to root over 2m into kinetic energy. So what is the relation between potential energy and kinetic energy? So no, momentum and kinetic energy, it is P equal to root over 2m ke, where ke is the kinetic energy and m is the mass and p is the momentum. Okay, so okay, next important energy is our potential energy. So we represent by PE, or sometime any other books uses U also. So what is a potential energy? Now you can see the what is kinetic energy. It is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. That means if the body is in motion, then energy possessed by that body is our kinetic energy. But here what will be this? Only difference will be that we can say that if a body does work by virtue of its position, okay, by virtue of its position, or we can say configuration, okay, it is said to have potential energy. Fine. So we have different types of your potential energy. Okay, so first kind is our gravitational potential energy. Okay, so gravitational potential energy, it is the potential energy possessed by a body due to its position. Okay, so if any body okay, the potential energy possessed by a body due to its position. So any body which have its energy due to its position is known as gravitational potential energy. So if we see example, so that means suppose a body is at a distance from the earth's surface. Okay, so the force of gravity decreases or increases. Okay, so that means as the distance of the body from the surface of earth increases, the force of gravity decreases. Okay, and thus its gravitational potential energy increases. Okay, so what is the important thing is, you have to note down that as the distance of the body, okay, any body, if the distance of the body were from the surface of earth, from the surface of the earth increases, that means suppose this is the surface of the earth and body is below. Okay, if the distance is too far, suppose the body is here, so this is the distance of the body from the surface of earth. So if this distance increases, okay, if this distance increases, then what we will have, the gravitational potential energy or the force of gravitation decreases. Then we can say, then the force of gravity decreases. So if this decreases, then we will say, or thus its gravitational potential energy increases. So link this. Okay, and when the gravitational potential energy will be 0, when the body is at infinity. Infinity means it is at very huge distance from the earth surface. Okay, and gravitational potential energy is 0. Okay, when the object is at infinity. Okay, fine. So next other type is our elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. So what is elastic potential energy? Elasticity, I think you know the elasticity. Rubber, if you stretch the rubber, if you again release the force, it regains its shape, original shape. Okay, so elasticity is the property by virtue of which a body regain its original shape, okay, after removal of the external force. And the potential energy possessed by a body due to its change in configuration. Okay, so the body, if we apply some force on that body, its configuration change, then that type of body possesses some potential energy, and that potential energy is known as elastic potential energy. Okay, similarly, if you can see, then a spring, the recoil velocity of the spring, okay, or stretched catapula or winded spring of watch possess some elastic potential energy. Okay, so again we need the mathematical form of the potential energy. Okay, so mathematical form of potential energy. So in kinetic energy, what was the formula? Kinetic energy was our half mass into velocity square. And for potential energy, or represented by U also, its formula is our mgh, where m is the mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height at which the body is from the earth surface. Okay, so here 2-3 points are there. So when the body is on the surface of earth, okay, first case, when body is on the surface of earth, okay, then our potential energy is equal to 0. Okay, number 2, when the body moves vertically upward. Okay, if the body is moving vertically upward, then the height of the generally body, what does it increases from the ground, and hence the potential energy of the system of the body also increases. That means when the body moves vertically upward, then our potential energy increases, and hence you can say, and hence potential energy is positive. Okay, it is positive. And the third point, when the body falls towards the earth, okay, so generally its height decreases from the ground. Okay, so thus we can see then potential energy of the body decreases. Okay, and hence and potential energy is negative. So you remember all, these 3 points. Okay, this will be important. Okay, similarly our next topic is our law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. So what is law of conservation of energy? That is, energy can neither be created, energy can neither be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form, but total energy of the system will remain unchanged. Okay, so you write it from the book. You will get in page number 22. Okay, so there are 3 mathematical expression. So you go through that the mathematical expression. Okay, okay, so there are one experimental model. Okay, so experimental model is given. There is the pendulum conservation of energy. For conservation of energy, we have 2 models. That is the stone. If the stone is falling from a greater height, that one, and the second one is our pendulum. Okay, so you go through these 2 mathematical models or experimental model. So after reading that, I think this will be very easy. Okay, and last we have the last topic, that is our dissipation of energy. Dissipation of energy. Dissipation of energy, generally it means the transformation of energy. Okay, transforming of energy from useful form to an useless form is known as our dissipation of energy. Suppose we are riding a bike. Okay, so after riding some kilometers, our engine gets heated. Okay, and the heat produced by the engine does not do any type of work. Okay, that heat is our useless heat. So that phenomenon, that is our engine is rotating. So rotational energy, that useful energy is being converted into useless energy, that is in the form of heat energy, and thus that heat energy is not needed by us. That is this phenomenon is known as our dissipation of energy. Okay, so you will get this definition from the book. So write it again from book. You will get at page number 22 at the bottom. Okay, bottom of the page number 23. Okay, so in page number 24 there are some example of conservation of energy. So you go through all this 25 conservation of energy. Okay, in the next video, as the chapters have been completed, so in the next video I will try to solve all the practice problem, and you can try on your own also. So if you find it difficulty, then you can contact me. And regarding your exercise 1, so all the questions are MCQ, so try to solve them. Okay, so if not, I will send you the solution. Okay, thank you.